welcome and welcome back to my channel. I really hope you guys are doing great, and in today's video I'm going to share Madelyn Cline step-by-step skincare and makeup, basically her signature look. So if you want to know how I achieved the signature look and if it is easy or not, then keep on watching this video till the end. And if you are new to my channel, then please don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell icon to never miss any update. So without talking further, let's just jump right into the video. Okay, so matching the whole vibe for the video, I am here with wearing a robe. So basically this is the first time of me doing a video wearing a robe. Honestly, I have only made one video in particular wearing a robe because I sometimes feel that it is very unprofessional to wear something like this, but as I can see, Madeline has already wear a robe, so I am just here to match the whole vibe. And obviously this video will be following her each and every step. And before getting started with the video, I'm going to tell you a few things that we are not doing exactly, because all the products that she is using in this video are obviously international products, and those products cannot be shipped to India, and there are like very few products which you can buy from Amazon, but they were on the expensive side and I am kind of broke this time, so I won't be able to use that. And also one thing that we are not having in common is that she has a dry skin, so all the products that she has been using in this video to support her dry skin, especially the skincare products, but the makeup products are pretty much similar. So now I'm going to do the skincare following her step by step whatever she's doing, but using my products, like the product that I use in my skincare routine, following the ways how she's doing that, feel exactly how she does that, her signature look. And honestly, I've watched all 3 seasons of Outer Banks and I honestly love her style, the way she does her skincare, the way she does her makeup. It is all too neutral and glam and dewy, so we girls want to find out how she does that. So now let's play the video and I'll be doing step by step how she does it. So let's go.
Hey guys, it's Madelyn Cline and I am going to be doing my skincare routine and a little zhuzhed everyday look with a winged eye and maybe a peachy lip.
Okay, so the very first step that she is doing is tying her hair up, and I think that's the best way to do your skincare and makeup, because all these hairs come in between your face and it really get messed up while washing your face. Even applying makeup, it's a terrible thing to do. Okay, so my hair is all tied up and as you can see there is no flying over hair on my face. So now we are going to start with the actual process of skincare.
This is my Ride or Die face wash. I've been using it since I was 13. I saw this on TikTok and I can't remember who did the video, but she used a brush to wash her face. It's changed my life, so let's get started. No, that's okay. You go in and you kind of mix it up, make it foamy, and just press into your face. And it just makes me feel like it's actually getting in my pores.
So this is the face wash that I'm going to use. It is the Saint Botanica Goji Berry face wash. It has vitamin C and it helps in glowing your skin. I'm going to do the process exactly like her. So I'm going to take an ample amount of cleanser on my hands and I'm gonna apply it with a brush. This is my first time using a cleanser with a brush, which is I think absolutely different, because that's not how I do my skincare, but as she's doing, so let's just hope it turned out well. And I will use a little bit of water on the tip of the brush, so it will help me to get a good foaming texture. And I'm just gonna apply the way she applied. Okay, so I have a little bit of change of thoughts while using the application process because it promotes using a very less amount of product. As I've just applied it, बहुत सारा product is on my hand and I just have to use it and do it like this. I don't know how it will help me, but you know. Okay, now I'm gonna go and quickly wash off my face. Okay, so this is how my face looking after using the cleanser. The process I feel is really good, but will I use the same process again? No, because it is definitely a little bit time consuming. Now we are moving on to the next step.
I just like put like a little bit on my palm.
So the next step that she is doing is toner, and she is using the product which has niacinamide and salicylic acid, which is obviously better for all skin types mostly, but I don't use niacinamide or salicylic acid as my toner because I feel that it makes my skin a little bit dried up, especially on the T-zone. So I really like to use vitamin C because it helps in brightening your skin and it has antioxidant. So I think it will be a good alternative for niacinamide and salicylic acid. But I'm going to use my toner that I use in my regular skincare routine. So I use the Lakme 9 to 5 vitamin C plus facial mist, and it helps my skin to get hydrated all day long. So I'm going to apply similarly like her. I'm just going to pour a little bit of toner on my hand, mix it up like this and dab it on my face. Now move on to the next step.
SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic Serum. Anything you put on after it, your skin treatment, also by SkinCeuticals.
And I'm going to use the hyaluronic acid plus D-pentanol serum from Refresh Skin Science, and this is one of my favorite skincare product.
My favorite, it's Barbara Sturm face cream.
So this is the Pond's Super Light Gel, which has hyaluronic acid and it is a non-sticky texture, and it also helps your skin glow like differently, and it also has vitamin E, which will also help your skin getting hydrated. So I think this is a very good alternative for people who have combination or acne prone or even oily skin, because it does not have any oily texture to it. It feels like you're putting on some watery product on your skin. It is very lightweight.
Always SPF 50, SPF 30 minimum.
Okay, so now she is using a serum sunscreen, and the product that she is using worth 13,000 rupees in Indian currency, and I just don't know how will I even able to purchase this kind of product. In fact, if it is in USD, like where she was purchasing this from, it is still expensive. So I think 13,000 rupees on sunscreen is something which I would never do even if I have money. Now I am someone who like using luxurious product, everyone does, but I will always prefer to save my money if I have a cheap and similar alternative of the luxurious product. The luxurious products are something that you can show off with, definitely. She's using an SPF 50, and I think that's very amazing, and as she said, use SPF 30 minimum. So this is something which is very educational, that if you are using a sunscreen, don't use a sunscreen which is below SPF 30, which actually does not hold any purposes. Like as we can see in very different foundations and stuff like that, they have a concentration of SPF in it, but I think if it does not have more than SPF 30, then I think there is no point of putting on SPF in any kind of product. So recently I was using the Dot & Key sunscreen, which also had SPF 50. I genuinely use the products, like especially the sunscreen which has more than SPF 30 plus obviously, but I really like using sunscreen which are absolutely lightweight, and tinted sunscreen are genuinely not my thing. So I'm going to use the Saint Botanica Goji Berry Serum Sunscreen which has vitamin C. Never forget your ears and neck, or even the areas which are exposed to the sun. So just try to pile up your sunscreen. Sun heat is so much in India, like in some places there are heat waves going on, so I think that is very much important to get your hands on the sunscreen and let them use it. And if you are not also using it, please start using that as soon as possible. Now moving on to the next step.
Mask.
Mask, I'm going to use my regular lip mask that I use is from Ilana, and this is a super hydrating and nourishing lip balm, and I always love using this even if I'm not applying any lipstick for my makeup. I just apply this. This is a very soothing and hydrating plus nourishing lip balm.
Rouge. Something I learned is if you...
Okay, so now she is using a perfume, not a deodorant, and she's not using it in a regular way like we put it on. She's using it on the back of her neck so that it will smell from the back as well. So we're gonna do that. And for the perfume, I'm gonna use a luxurious product, and it's not from my collection, it is my brother's, so just to be cleared. So this is the Christian Dior swatch, and this is a male perfume. It's not a unisex perfume, but I am like into guys perfume more than female perfume. Actually, female perfumes are more into floral fragrances, and I honestly don't like floral fragrance, so I just go for these kind of fragrances. So I'm just gonna apply it on the back of my neck, just like this. And now we are going on with the makeup.
This is Fair Light Reflecting Foundation, but I really like it because it's definitely not the right shade. When in doubt, blend it out.
Okay, now after doing everything, she's doing her foundation, and she's not using a primer. I don't know why. Maybe she has nothing to, blur out, but I think it is very important to prime up your face. But as she's not doing it, I'm not going to do that, and let's see what is the basic difference. Okay, so for the foundation, we are going to mix up these two. First is from Flicka Cosmetics, and it is in the shade number 05 Beige. And the next one is from Madelyn Fit Me, and it is in the shade number 220. Well, for the winter I am good to go with this 250, but for the summer I sometimes use this color, like a little bit of yellowish foundation too. I don't know for what, but it really helps me with getting a good kind of finish. So I'm gonna use a very little bit of this on the back of my hand, just like a pump, like this much, as you can see. And this is a very luminous and glowing foundation, and the rest I'm going to use it from Maybelline. Okay, so this much foundation I think will be perfect for today's look. And as Madeline is using same amount of foundation, so we are gonna well blend it like this, and we are gonna spot it on my face. So she is directly applying it with a brush, but I think that this is how we should do it to match up with everything. And I am not gonna blend this foundation with brush because I honestly don't like how my face looks after blending with the brush, so I'm directly going for the beauty blender. And as you can see, I've applied some foundations on my neck to go on with it. So we are going to simply blend this out. Alright, Alright, so I have blended out the whole foundation. The one thing that I really like about this application, like without using any primer, is that it is giving off a dewy or a sweaty kind of effect, which she's talking about in the video. And I think that this is absolutely right, that if you're not putting any primer, your pores are visible, you are slightly sweating, the sunscreen is just on top of it. So I think that it is something which can be done, but not in summers, because we live in India, and in India if you're not applying a primer, you're gonna sweat like something else. So I think that it's a good option to go in the winters to get a dewy, sun-kissed look, but I think it's not good in India. Like, it is not good for summers in India. Okay, so for the concealer, we are going to use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade number 10 light, and this is way too much light for my skin. I generally don't use this alone. I mix it up with a concealer which is like a little bit dark, or maybe like very similar to my skin tone, and then it gives a slight brightening effect. But this will give a definitely way too much bright effect, because what she is doing, it is pretty much similar. Okay, so now as you can see, I have fully blended the concealer. I'm a little bit curious what she does next, because I feel that my concealer, the amount of concealer that she has used is not enough for me. I have like panda eyes, so I think that I will be needing a more amount of concealer. Generally I color correct, then I apply concealer, but she has nothing to hide, my friends. So I think that's the reason she's not using it. But if she does not and move on to the next step, then we are going to pack it off with some more concealer.
This guy. I have always thought of
doing a contouring with some powder bronzer. I just don't know why she's doing this, but if she's doing, we just have to do it. Now let's just grab some powder contour. So for the contouring, I'm going to use the Swiss Beauty Chickaboo palette, and it is in the shade number 03. This contour color is very much similar to my skin tone. This is what I use as a contour, but the blush is way too much pinky, so I don't use this blush or even the highlighter. So I'm going to use this bronzer to contour my face, and for the brush I'm going to use the Sugar Cosmetics Blend Trend Face brush in the shade number 007, and this is a very good powder brush. It really helps in taking a good amount of product and blending it effortlessly.
Is that baking? I'm baking!
Okay, to set my face, I'm gonna use the Lakme Absolute Wet and Dry Compact. This is a very good compact for summer season and someone who has a sweating problem like me. So I really enjoy using this product, and this also comes with a little bit of mirror. This is the actual product, and you get a sponge like this. So I'm gonna dip the sponge in the compact and do the baking like this. This is not actually baking, because baking is done with the loose powder, but so we did the snatched part like this, and I really like using powder products more than like the liquid product because it helps me to get my skin, you know, a little bit dried. Alright, so now my whole face is done. Now next step, let's see what she's doing.
So next step, so use sparingly.
So now for the next step, she is using a blush which is on the peachy side, and for that blush we are going to use the Sugar Cosmetics Contour de Force palette in the shade number 03. Use this shade from right here, and as you can see, this was my bronzer, and you can see I hit the pan. And not only just hit the pan, I already ate everything from here. And also the highlighter is pretty cute from this palette, but I haven't used the blush much. But as she is using a peach blush, so we are gonna do that. I am not exactly a powder blush person. I like to use cream blush or even watery tints to make my face a little bit different from any other makeup. But let's just do what she's doing. Honestly, I like using a blush with my beauty blender. I just don't know why, it just feels good. And this blush is also very much pigmented, as you can see, and it gives off a very much sun-kissed look. And I'm also applying it a little bit on my nose to give that sun-kissed effect. If you have watched her web series Outer Banks, then you will start loving with her neutral makeup. In each and every episodes, she is like wearing makeup but not wearing it. Sometimes she is showing her real skin, and I think that's really amazing for like that kind of web series where you are shooting it on the bare sun, even on the sea, beaches like that. I will start having anxiety if I'm not putting anything on my face and I'm standing on the beach. So that's there. So now we are quite done with our blush, and I just really like to put my powder blush, like whenever I'm putting a powder blush, I just like to put it everywhere of my face to give it a reddish kind of look. Now my face is all blush. Now move on to the next step.
I don't do anything to my brow.
Right, so now she is doing her eyebrows finally. So now we're going to do that too. And she's using a brow defining pencil which has a spoolie and a product. So we're going to use a similar product like that. But honestly, I don't like using this kind of product. I really like, you know, snatched brows, not a messy brows at all. But that's what we are going to do today.
Going with mascara.
So we are gonna use the Superfoods Kajal in the shade number Raven, and this is something that I really love. I generally don't own an eye pencil because the Kajal works similarly like that. So we're gonna use that on the top of the lash line.
Eyelid. Oh boy.
Okay, so for the next step she is doing is the liner, and she is using a pen liquid liner. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so we kind of did it, but it's not looking very much similar to her because of definitely the eye shape, but we did it anyways. Okay, for the next step she is using some fake freckles, and I don't really own any product like this, so I'm gonna do this with my brown eyebrow pencil.
You can really tell what a difference that makes.
So for this step, she is using a mascara, and I'm gonna use the Maybelline New York the Colossal Kajal mascara, and this is really highly dense mascara. This gives you a very good lifted effect.
These Hermes lip oils. They're so nice and they keep your lips moisturized. I think I'm gonna mix these two, but before I do that, kind of contour my lips.
I'm gonna use the same contour palette to do this thing. So all the products that I'm going to use in this video will be mentioned in my description box. So if you want to get your hands on that, you can go ahead. So first I'm going to use this peachy one because that's what she did. And on the top of this one, we're going to use this pink one. These two lip balms are my favorite lip balm, and it looks really gorgeous on my lips. So now I'm gonna go and do the rest of the thing, and then I'm coming back to you all. So this is how the final look turned out, guys, and honestly I'm feeling very good. There are a few things that are missed in this particular tutorial, especially the primer, fixer, my most favorite thing, the highlighters are definitely missed, but overall this look is pretty cute and can be done on a daily basis. So I really hope that you guys really liked this video and enjoyed it, and if you do, then please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe my channel for more such contents like this. And if you like these kind of videos more, then please don't forget to mention that which celebrity should I be doing the next. So that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys on the next one.